every person at Doane had the option to go to school. Around the world, that option is stripped from many, especially young children and girls. Their option becomes one: slavery. Not many people are aware of modern-day slavery, also known as human trafficking.
Human trafficking is when people are tricked into doing certain jobs, mostly sexual things, like they're tricked into being sex slaves, or sometimes they trick them into giving different organs or something like that, but mostly it's sex trade.
Women or young children are kidnapped and taken into hostage and then sold for their work or their bodies.
Human trafficking is using people for sex to get money.
What is human trafficking? Well, human trafficking is commonly referred to as modern-day slavery. It is illegal trade of human beings for forced labor or for sexual exploitation. Exploitation refers to using others for prostitute, or other forms of sexual exploitation. Forced labor, service, slavery, or the removal of organs.
Things unsafely and not being aware of dangerous people around them, I guess. Usually it happens when people are traveling, not aware of who they can trust.
I don't know, I would say it's probably something you're maybe born into, so to speak, different cultures and stuff, obviously it's not something you would choose to do, but I think it's something that just kind of happens wherever you're from, whatever the culture's like.
How do people become trafficked? Many people think that kidnapping is the most common way to become trafficked, but in reality, it is a very small percentage. Most victims are coerced through false job offers or marriage proposals. Some children are even sold into slavery by their parents.
Slave could work probably in the fields or homes, I'm guessing, or probably in factories, whatever.
Probably brothels, big cities, Persian rug factories.
Usually sex industries, like prostitution, different things like that. I heard somebody earlier say brothel. That's basically like a prostitution ring. So.
Where do they work? Sex trafficking is large, but labor trafficking occurs too. Places slaves are trafficked to are brothels, farms, domestic servants, massage parlor, agricultural industry, to name a few.
Probably 30 million, I should say.
20,000?
Millions would be my guess.
50,000, 30,000 to 50.
A couple million.
10,000.
Into the millions.
Million.
20%, 15 to 20% of the world.
15 million?
A lot.
So I know about the things that get reported, but I feel like this is one of those things where it doesn't get reported a large percentage of the time, so I don't think anyone could really estimate that.
How many victims are there worldwide? It is difficult to know an exact number of trafficking victims, but most estimates say that there are from 25 to 30 million people being trafficked worldwide.
No, India is a big one. Some in the US, and my guess would be most third world countries.
Mostly happens in poor countries that don't really have a good government or good, security.
Probably bigger cities in the more urban areas, the more rundown parts of the city.
I think it probably happens less in the United States than other places, just because I think, being a US citizen, whereas we have more freedom, it's also there's a bigger, there are eyes on us even if we are free. So maybe countries where the government isn't so involved in our day-to-day lives, that would probably be a place where it would happen more.
Where does human trafficking occur? While many think it only happens in third world countries, human trafficking can and does happen everywhere, even in small towns such as Crete, Nebraska.